and the first time that I've met many of you. So I just wanted to say hi. I won't be in the showcase. The students will be doing the whole thing by themselves.
Welcome, parents. The year 8 and year 9 studied the novel called To Kill a Mockingbird during this semester. As part of their study, each student chose a character to complete, where they tried to understand as much as possible. His or her thoughts, action, language, and relationships are all recorded in these posters. But before I begin, I would like to tell you a short summary of this story. This story is called To Kill a Mockingbird. It's about a girl named Scout who lives in Southern America. She lives in Macomb. She has a dad called Atticus, who's a lawyer and defends a black person named Tom Robinson. Scout and her brother, Jem, learn about racism and prejudice in their town. They befriend a mysterious person named Boo Radley. And they had a lot of adventures. The story is mostly about growing up and understanding life. It teaches us to be kind and stand up for what's right, even if it's difficult. And who should we see coming down from Macomb's most famous resident, Atticus Finch. Hello, Atticus.
Thank you for having me.
So, Atticus, tell us about your family and yourself, please.
I have 2 children, Jem and Scout. Sadly, my wife died when Scout was 2, and I'm a lawyer, so I don't have time. So I have a cook named Calpurnia looking after them. Calpurnia is more than a family to us because she looked after them and she even taught Scout how to read.
Oh, so you're a lawyer.
Yes.
So you must know the case about Tom Robinson.
Yes. I was asked to defend a black man named Tom Robinson because he got accused for raping a white girl.
Oh.
Yes.
And was he found guilty?
He was found guilty in the end because of racism and hatred towards the black people, and they wanted to get rid of the black people.
Also the jury, they're all white people.
Yes, it was 12 white men on the jury.
Oh, so that's obvious, even though you had all the evidence.
Yes. Tom Robinson was paralyzed in his left hand, but Bob Ewell, which is Mayella's father, was left-handed. So it was clear that he was the one that attacked his own daughter, and it was clear that Mayella was lying.
And do you think that justice was served?
No, as a lawyer myself, justice is the biggest thing. So I think it wasn't fair at all because Tom Robinson, he had a family and he needs to look after his family, and he works and helps with a lot of people. But sadly, in the end, he was found guilty and later shot by the police because he tried to escape prison. So he died.
Oh, that's a sad story.
Yes.
And after this event happened, I heard that there was another case where a person named Boo Radley, he murdered a person, is that right?
Yes.
Called Bobby O.
Yes.
You knew that he murdered Bobby O. Why didn't you send him to the police?
Because firstly, he saved my children, and secondly, there's a old saying in Macomb County that shoot all the blue jays you want, but remember, it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. And Mockingbird didn't do anything except bring us joy, just like Boo Radley. He didn't harm any people, and he saved my children and also looked after for their safety. So he is like a mockingbird.
Oh, I see. And after all these events happened, do you think Macomb will ever become the same again?
makeup will never be the same if racism is still going on and people doesn't have rights, equal rights. So
Everyone should have equal rights.
yes, so makeup is not going to change.
If there's still racism.
Yes.
Atticus, I know that you're a busy man, and I appreciate your time today. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you. Scout, tell us about yourself.
Well, I love climbing trees, and I have a brother, Jim. I also have a father, Atticus, who's the smartest man I know. He reads me a book every single night.
So you read books with him every night, and with Computer and your dad also?
Yeah,
Oh, so you must have a hobby of reading books.
yeah, it's my favorite thing.
And do you go to school?
Yeah,
Can you tell us what happened in school last summer?
well, I had a new teacher, and she basically said that I was too smart for the class.
Too smart?
Yes, I'm very intelligent.
Oh,
And so she said that I had to stop reading at home with Atticus, which really upset me.
so what did your dad tell you?
Atticus said to give her a chance because she was new around here.
Yeah,
He told me to basically step in her shoes and walk a mile.
yeah, that's right. And I heard that you had an incident on the Halloween night. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I was coming back home from a Halloween party with my brother Jim, and when we were going home, we wanted to take a shortcut, so we went through the woods.
Isn't that dangerous?
Well, we didn't think much of it then,
Oh,
but then a big man attacked us. And I was in a ham costume, so I didn't really know what was happening.
oh,
But then I saw Jim on the ground. And then all of a sudden, I heard the big man fall to the ground. I saw someone carrying Jim back to the house. So I followed him.
for your brother's safety.
Yes.
And who was it?
Well, the person who saved my brother was Boo Radley.
Oh, it's your friend.
Yeah, Boo Radley.
Can you tell us about Boo?
Boo is, well, he's a very mysterious person. But we became friends along the way. Everybody thought that he was a monster, someone that would eat your children alive. But truth is, they just don't know who he is.
Oh, and how did you make friends with him?
He used to give us toys through a tree.
Oh, and you knew it was him.
We just knew it was him.
Very well. And how have you changed since that incident?
Well, I certainly grew up, and I found out that not everyone in this world is good, and that there's a lot of bad people out there,
Yeah.
and the world is an unfair place.
Yeah. So you shouldn't go back in the shortcut anymore. Yeah. So Scott, thank you very much. It's a pleasure having you today. You can go back to the trees now.
Thank you.
Bye bye. And look who's coming. Dale Harris, Jim and Scout's friend. Hi, Dale.
Hello.
Please have a seat. Dale, I would like to ask you a few questions.
Go ahead.
Tell us about yourself, Dale.
Well, my name is Dale Harris. I'm a 10-year-old boy from Mississippi. My parents, they don't really get along with each other, and they're probably gonna get a divorce soon.
You are described as little but old. What does that mean?
Well, that's probably because I would experience all of the stuff an old man would have to experience as just a little boy. And it just doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, so experience the things that children like you don't.
Exactly, Kevin.
How old are you right now?
10.
10. Oh, just 10 years old. And many people say that you have a hearty laugh. Is your life full of happiness?
Well, not all the time. On the outside, I try to be happy. Sometimes on the inside, I'm just a sad little fella.
But you should be happy in the inside and outside also, you know.
Thanks, Kevin.
You're welcome. One more question, Dale. How
Go
has
ahead.
your life changed since last summer?
Last summer, I saw terrible things happen to Will Raleigh and Tom Robinson, who unfortunately couldn't be here today.
What happened?
Well, I used to believe in the justice system that the good people will go to heaven and the bad people would either go to hell or just go to prison. But now I know that it's not like that all the time.
Yeah. And do you think that you will come back to Macomb again?
Oh, of course, I'll come back to visit my good friend Scout and Jam.
Surely, right?
Yes.
Dale, thank you very much. You can go and meet Scout and Jim now.
You're welcome. See ya.
So, this is all for our showcase today. So, we hope that you like our characters, you liked meeting our characters today. But now I would like to invite all the characters to come out and say a final goodbye.